Welcome back to KK and EV. This one is all about something I've not really mentioned before on the channel. It's electric. It's an electric vehicle. Buses. I've got my bus pass now. Yes, I know I don't look it, but yeah, I've got a bus pass. You know what I'm saying? Me and the wife both got bus passes. Used it once so far in 18 months. So no big user of the buses. But I've got to say, that I'm all for electrification of the public service buses, because let's face it, there's nothing worse than walking through your hometown or going through a city and that smell of diesel you can taste in it, and it's going into your lungs and up your nose and in your... It's awful. Let's face facts here. And even for you diesel lovers out there, you dated old tech diesel lovers, a smoking old bus ain't no good for anybody. You know what I'm saying? And even when you're driving behind them, they're terrible. So really glad to see them gone. Now, we have a bus company here in my hometown called Kinch's, and they fell very lucky some time ago, and they put in for the UK government grants that are available to electrify your buses. They got it basically, and the first ones have hit town. Now, they had a bit of an open day in Loughborough itself, in the town centre. I missed it, didn't even realise it was going on. Typical of me. So this is all about electrifying, you know, your local buses, and what you think about it and what I think about it. I think it's absolutely superb, and it should have been done, what, 3-4 years ago. But, you know, things take time. Let's face it, for everyone smoking old diesel bus off the road, wow, that's a massive saving for air pollution in your hometown. And the kids that use it, and eventually school buses will go exactly the same, because let's face it, here in England, we haven't got school buses like, hello American subscribers and watchers, we haven't got school buses like you have, where they're designated a yellow bus, you know, it does the same route every day, blah blah blah. We use contractors with either double deckers or single story buses, normally double deckers, to take kids to and from school. We use the same buses we'd use for our normal town and city buses, if you know what I mean. These electrified buses that are now being used by Kinch Bus here in Loughborough are going to be very similar to the ones used to go and get the kids from school and take them and you know, in the morning and take them back home at night. So that's got to be good for the kids using them here in the UK. Now it's time to dig a bit deeper into Yutong, see who they are, where they're from, and what spec these buses are. And they do have some serious testing before they hit the road, as you can see above. So let's have a look at Yutong from China. Now, Yutong, the bus company, were founded over 60 years ago. They were started off as a repair bus service, just mechanical stuff. Now they've gone over to full electric and are known worldwide and sold all over the place, apart from the USA. Now, you can see here the buses bought by Kinch's have a 422 battery capacity in kilowatt hours. They are an LFP battery, super safe. There's about probably 400 usable there. Out of the 422, there's always a tiny bit left in reserve. This is one way of charging them, but I don't think we'll be using this in the UK yet, whereas we'll be using this. If Kinch Bus are going dual adapter to charge, well, yeah, great, that's even faster. You can pull one out, put one in anytime you want to. They don't have to go in at the same time. Or, of course, you can use this. Reverse your bus in, there you go. Induction self-charging. But it is only rated at 50 kilowatt. Just a quick look at the cockpit for the driver. Super easy, no water temperature to deal with, and a lot less to look at. Very, very easy and simplistic. Now, a true EV owner would know there is no concern over the batteries over fossil fuel cars setting on fire. It's the same with buses, folks. These batteries have been rigorously tested in hot and cold conditions, and also in aquarium seawater tanks. Yeah, that's right, seawater tanks, to see how they rot, how they react to water and intense heat. Believe me, the batteries used in these buses are one of the best and safest you can get in the world. And there's more chance of a fossil fuel diesel coach, bus, whatever you want to call it, catching fire than any electrical one. So let's get that straight from day one. They are rigorously tested in extreme conditions, as you can see here, before they are released for sale worldwide. Now, we've kind of like covered the basics of this thing now and why you'll find that Yutong electric buses are one of the best in the world to buy. Very safe, very economical, give you the good range. I'm going to talk about range now actually. If you have a 422 usable kilowatt hour battery, the chances are that, like I say, you're going to lose about 22 kilowatt always sitting in there for the safety of the batteries to make them last longer. It's just better if you do. Whatever they say the battery size is, you will never ever use all of it. My car I'm sitting in now, this Genesis, has got a 77 kilowatt hour battery. It's about 74 usable. There's always around 3 to 4 left in the tank to keep the battery topped up nice and without taking it right down to the level. If you have this 422 and you're going to have about 400 usable, I'm going to go to an extreme here. Imagine if you were taking it from full to literally empty to make it stop. I would say that's a 400-mile range vehicle, and I'll tell you for why. Because it should do at least 1 mile for every kilowatt hour. Same, but I'm going to quote 400 mile. That's a lot of mileage around towns and cities, and it will probably do that 100% because there's a lot of regen going on, a lot of stop starting, and that's where electric comes into hand brilliantly rather than a diesel. And again, don't forget, this is all exhaust emission free in your town, in your city. So range, not a problem. Battery size, capacity, not a problem. I'll come off the big one that I've just shown you now, and I believe the smaller one has obviously less range. Well, call this fate or not, here we are actually driving behind an E9L model with the 255 kilowatt hour battery pack. Slightly less range than the bigger ones, but these are narrower. They only cover, I believe, 50 passengers maximum. But these are used for more local runs. Perfect for it. It was a joy to be behind. It was silent. There was no noise. There was no smells whatsoever. Obviously, no exhaust, no diesel. This would be one of the 21 they've ordered, and I think the order gets fulfilled by the end of March. Excellent news. Okay, last section of this we post about electric buses, and that is what we started with. Has diesel now surpassed its sell-by date? Are we in the kind of norm of expecting all buses to go electric? I think we are. I've seen a lot of electric buses in major cities, even here in England now, over the last 2 to 3 years. They've had a bad press. Now, what I mean by that is there's a lot of the anti-crowd out there that seem to think that every electric bus goes up in flames. There's been a lot of fake and false information about electric buses, which has not been great. You've got more chance of being, caught in a fire on a diesel bus. But trust me, electric buses are far, far safer than a regular old smelly diesel bus ever will be. So let's get that out of the way to end this one. Also, do I believe purely because of cost that diesel has had its day with bus companies? Yes, I do. If every bus company could afford to dump their diesels tomorrow and go full electric, I do believe 95% of them would. Most businesses realise that the enormous savings in fuel cost and downtime for servicing is far beneficial to run electric than it is to carry on having diesel in your fleet. Now, let's get this out there. There is a slight difference between a bus and a coach. Now, let's take the UK as an example, because this is where we are. Coaches are a bit different here, folks. The coach side of the industry is a bit far behind the bus side. The bus side is zooming forward with electric. Coaches, well, bit of catching up to do. It's an ongoing issue, it's all down to cost. So once costings are done and they get cheaper per se than buying a diesel, who's going to want a diesel anyway? I would estimate that within 5 to 6 years, to see an electric coach going up and down the motorways of the UK won't be rare. And maybe I'm hoping that maybe 30% of all the coaches that are used in the UK for longer haul up and down motorways from here to Wales to Scotland to London to Edinburgh and all the rest of them, they will all eventually go electric within 10 years. I would like to think that, or at least all the new ones being sold will be full electric within 10 years. That's as I see it. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you're from Loughborough, look out for these buses going around. They are very heavily used at the moment now, and there's more to come, like I say, before the end of March. If you're not from Loughborough, look out in your own local hometown and let me know if you've got electric buses already. Comment below by all means. Tell me how you see the future of coaches and buses. Always open to a comment. I will always try and answer back. Please subscribe if you've not already. Hope you enjoyed it, found something entertaining or informative out of it. Like I say, comment below. We will catch you all later. I'm going to bring my hand up now and do the obvious finish I always do.